live, just doing a quick bit of an audio test in a second. Apologies for how early this stream is, just gotta sort out audio. And I'm already tangled in my headset, great. Go. My apologies about this. Quite low. Apologies for this, just sorting out audio. My breathing sounds very loud as well. Audio. Gonna bump the master down to 30%. How does this sound? Just waiting for it to come through on stream. It still sounds incredibly loud. Or if I bump this down to 30, 35. This as well. There we go. That's a lot quieter on my end. But then on the stream it doesn't make a difference, so I'm not sure what's going on. Once again, my apologies, guys. If anyone knows how to try and fix this, then it would be great. I don't think it's there. General? No. It'd have to be an audio, right? Because this sounds really quiet for me, but through the stream. Like, can you guys hear me okay? Because I don't think this makes a difference. If I set it all the way to 0. There we go. Then there's no sound. Alright, that's fixed that. I'll have to up it incrementally. 10%. I'll reset these back to 100 so that it's all set together. Sorry about this. There we go. And that's practice over, so hopefully it should be alright. Then it's still really loud. I'll have to set to 5 and hope for the best. If not, I'm sorry guys, it's just gonna have to be. This is on me. Here we go. Link is in the chat. We should be all good. Here we go, that sounds a lot better now that it's 5%. And if I just pop my headphone audio up, there we go, I think we fixed it. Here we go, and once again, it's going to be a struggle to try and keep an eye on everyone, so... Who's the first out? It is Mr. James. Mr. James himself. So we've got J. Williams, followed by Will, followed by Daz Parker, and we'll just ride on board with James. Unless someone overtakes him, then we will have to switch over. Sorry, I was just sorting out my little setup. My laptop and my controller, pretty much. Not professional by any means, but I'll try my best. You see, it's 2:15. No, it's 2:09, but it's not very dark, so it must be dead in the middle of summer at Belgium. Although not like the F1 Grand Prix, where it was soaking wet. I can't tell. See, because the drivers have the night lights on, but to me it looks very very bright. So I'm not sure if this is a lighting glitch or... There we go, we'll stay on board with James in the beautiful Mclaren. I'm sorry, that Mclaren is amazing. Such a good looking car. And it looks like Will's going to go for the overtake to start his lap first, so we will have to hop off and on board with him. Will Friedman in the BMW. As you can see, it's a bit annoying having to jump between drivers. So, yeah. Once again, apologies for... I'm just going to have to try and jump between things as much as I can. You see timetables. Yep, I think this is as good as I'm going to get it. Sorry about that. But Will still on his outlap. You can see he's coming up to the bus stop chicane. I need to get the Spa corner names up so I can do it accurately. There we go. So here is the bus stop chicane, and onto the start-finish straight goes Will Friedman to start his first lap. We'll go on board for his first lap in the helmet camera. Beautiful helmet camera there. And through the source. And sorry to interrupt, just gonna quickly turn off everything so that you can't see it for Will, just to get in the way. Hidden. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry, Will, for taking away your camera time. But now up to, well, already gone through Eau Rouge and Raidillon. And on his way down the Camel Street to Les Combes. Obviously bringing Formula 1 back into this. Well, the lack thereof. Obviously, such a wet race last weekend that there was no racing. As Will in that stunning, almost like burgundy red and black BMW. Now on his way down to Bruxelles. Very difficult corner, downhill, long right-hander, and going downhill, the little downforce that these cars have just kind of falls off going downhill, so a lot of understeer there, but Will seems to have navigated very well, and onto another corner. Sorry, my head's just not working well with these corner names. That's Pouon done, and now down to kind of a long chicane. Looking very good. I'm not really sure what lap times we're looking at for around here, so we'll have to look really in relativity to each other. But we'll just about rounding out Sector 2 now, coming through Ligier. Ligier? No, that's the F1 team. Liège. You know, I did French at GCSE, so I should know this, because I'm pretty sure the Ardennes Forest... I know it's in Belgium, but isn't it like the French-speaking part of Belgium, or am I just absolutely, like, killing everyone here? Either way, down Blanchimont up to the bus stop chicane comes Will Friedman to round off his lap, looking to be about 2:30. But we'll see through the bus stop chicane and getting the power on for that exit. You can see he's running 1 out of 4 traction control, and that's a 2:32 for Will Friedman. Gonna have to return to garage. I'm probably gonna butcher a lot of names, sorry guys, and it is very hard to keep on track. Number 22, Hutch, coming across the line now. Where does he put himself up to? That must have been an out lap, or maybe a invalid lap. And Big Ball's just about to cross the line. Where does he go? That's also either invalid or an out lap. 737. 737? I'm not sure what car that is. That is Cadee, and he goes fastest by 1.4 seconds to 2:31. 343 up next. I'm losing track of these driver numbers. Maged? I have no clue. 421. Darren Mark coming up in the blue and black Mercedes. This time just through the bus stop chicane there. I'm not sure if this is an out lap. Ooh, seems to just get a little bit squirrely on the exit there. I know it was either invalid or an out lap. 888. King of the Hill. Very good looking Porsche, almost a Golf looking livery, perhaps Golf inspired, but he comes across the line. Is he on a fast lap? No, he's not. I really need to get on top of this and take one of those 8s off for car number 88, Dinder Muffin. Once again, out lap. I'm just gonna have to follow everyone around. Who is number 34? Crazy's our championship leader with his car looking like a bubblegum with the blue and pink. A very nice looking car in my opinion. But he's going to come across the line, and that is also an out lap. I really need to pay attention to who's on what. And Evans above, I think he's on an out lap. I'm going to go for people I know are on fast laps. Who is number 18? Will might be on another fast lap. We've already been on board with him. 18, 237. And behind him, James in car 41. So we'll go on board with James. And we'll hopefully see both of them as they come down now through Blanchimont. Obviously, the straight that's not really straight, but in an F1 car, at least you can take it full flat out. A little bit of a lift, a little bit of a brake here in these GT4 cars, but for the most part, it's pretty flat out. And James, 5/10 down on his last lap, but I think that was invalid. And into bus stop chicane. Taking it rather nicely, sweeping it through that final turn to try and get as good of an exit onto the straight. And James puts himself into 4th with a 2:34.7. Daz Parker ahead with a 2:32 something or other goes 2nd. Very nicely done from both of those drivers. Oh, it's so hard to keep track on ACC. 84. Big Balls. Kevin comes across the line. He goes 4th with a time. 95. Limaro, very bright Aston Martin there. I think that was an outlap. 787. What driver is 787? Elysium. In the other green Aston Martin, I assume that they are teammates by the look of it. Very similar cars. 343. Maged in the red and white coloured car. That must have been an invalid lap. Car number 421, Darren Mark coming across the line now with a... He goes up into 4th, 3 seconds off the leader. Car number 17, Wild Dog. And unfortunately that was either invalid or an out lap. Back up now, looking at King of the Hill. Hopefully in the race this should calm down a little bit so I can actually go on board with people, but ACC's really not the best at this. King of the Hill, slowest of the bunch so far, at least 3 seconds off James down there in 6th. Car number 737, Cadee, our current leader for this qualifying session, extends his lead. No, he doesn't. He goes slower, which means he does not extend how much he was leading by. Car number 18 and number 4 very close together now. Car number 4, Evans above. Car number 18 being Will Friedman. Will Friedman in 3rd right now, 1.5 seconds pretty much off the pace. But we will go on board with Evans above for his fast lap. In that beautiful bright blue and black Porsche. And down through Blanchimont we go. And the run up to the Camel straight, keep an eye on that. Just a little bit of a brake, not full force, and then back on the throttle. Through to the bus stop chicane now, as we go above. Cutting it nice and close on the inside, and nice and close on the inside again, trying to swing through. Oh, way too much oversteer there, and that's going to compromise his run down to the finish/start line, and he stays in ninth with 2:43.5. Unfortunately, his slowest time for now, but there is 4 minutes still to continue pushing. Car number 22 at the bus stop chicane. FRL Hutch, my former teammate in the GT3 cars, and unfortunately that seems to be another invalid lap. But let's have a look. Who is next up? 787 Elysium. I'm on board with Elysium through the final corners. And onto the start finish straight. Get on that power as early as you can. And where are they going to end up? In 7th with a 2:34.7. Very good effort from Elysium there. And now we look at car number 343 once again. Maged. Is he going to be able to set a good time? Currently last of the pack right now, and he goes 10th, beating Evans above by about 1.5 seconds, but still quite a bit off the pace of the other cars, about 4 seconds off King of the Hill down there in 9th. Who's up next? Car number 88. And once again, Dinder Muffin in the Porsche. Well, seems to be almost Golf livery inspired. If anybody has issues with the stream, please can you type it in the chat, or DM me on Discord, please. Thank you. But who's up next? 737, that is Kadi again, our current leader. Does he extend his lead? No, he doesn't. 2:31.4, still his fastest time. Car number 34, Crazy's our current championship leader. Good evening, Adams Grace. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining in. As we go on board with Crazies, is he going to be able to get a good run out of the bus stop chicane? A little bit of oversteer, but ultimately gets the power on nice and early, and he jumps up to 5 minute 36, potentially his outlap then. So we'll hop off of Crazies, and who's up next? Car number 18, Will Friedman. Is he going to be able to improve his position from 13th? All he needs is 3/10, and he does! 3/10 off Kadi. Will Friedman up into 2nd place. Car number 237 about to come across the line now. That is Daz Parker. Will he be able to take 2nd back off Will? Unfortunately not. Car number 4, Evans above. Will he be able to get above 12th? I don't think so. 95, Lamaro. Coming across the line, and after him will be Hutch. Lamaro, unfortunately, not able to set his time as Hutch goes into 8th, 3.4 seconds off the leader, and Crazy's looking to set a lap, so we will go on board with him as he hasn't set a lap yet in the helmet camera. Our nice little version of driver's eye, pretty much. What's up, Headster? Not bad, I'll be here for 20 minutes or so. Thank you for coming along, guys, and Taco Tuesday, nice. I could kill us for some tacos right now. Absolutely love Mexican food. And up above, following Crazies in the bubblegum looking Mclaren. Very, very beautiful car. Braking now down into Puon. Puon? Yes. See, look at me getting my corner names right. I'm on the run up to Les Fans now. Is Crazy going to be able to put the lap of gods together and be able to qualify on pole position? He is our current championship leader, so we'll have to see how he does. Back on board. You can see the pink and yellow helmet and the bright pink gloves. And that beautiful rear wing of the Mclaren. Just messing on some settings. And back on our driver's eye as we come now down through Blanchimont. The sky is getting darker. It is finally turning to nighttime as the last 30 seconds of qualifying. Crazies really can't mess this up now. Sorry if I'm missing any action, guys, but once again, ACC is very hard to commentate on with the things it gives you. I'm braking hard into the bus stop chicane, down to third, down to second, getting as close to the apex on both corners as you can, but you also don't want to compromise your exit on the power nice and early. That traction control really kicking in, and Crazies is going to set a 2:33, puts him in 5th. Not a bad lap at all, maybe not the one he wanted, but we've got a top 3 BMW lockout. As of now, is Lamaro going to be able to set his lap? Car number 95 just coming through Blanchimont. This is his last shot, and unfortunately he's invalidated. Lamaro will not set a valid lap time, and therefore will start all the way from the back in 15th. As it stands right now, we do have BMWs locking out the front row, and the second row also has a BMW in it. FRL Crazies. This is his final shot at a lap. 3 cars left. Car number 787, Elysium, just returning to the pits. Car number 17 who is car number 17? Wild Dog will be able to improve his lap. It's not letting me go on board right now. But Wild Dog pulls over, and it's only Crazies left to set a lap time if he can. Through Bruxelles, a very difficult corner, as I said before. Downhill, long right-hander, and you just understeer off. Got to make sure you're really hard on the brakes, but not too hard. You don't want to lose that lap time, and clipping the apex very nicely through Pooh on there. Obviously, we can't do the same as the F1 cars and go all the way flat out, but Crazy's doing very well. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to improve. Obviously, not letting me go on board with him. Crazy's doing very well. Just coming down now to Liège. Liège? I have no clue. And you want to get a good run onto Blanchimont, you can make and lose a lot of time there. And you go on try and keep it as flat as possible, but there is quite a lot of understeer in these cars. And flat out now through Blanchimont. A little bit of braking up when you get a bit closer to the bus stop chicane. But ideally you want to try and keep the throttle on as much as you can, carry as much speed into the bus stop, and kind of navigate your way through there. Bit of a lift, a little bit of a brake I think there, keeping it in 5th gear. The different colours on the numbers, I'm sure it's a set of courses way of ranking drivers, but I'm not completely sure. Sorry, I'll have to look that up for you. Does Crazy improve? Unfortunately not, he stays 5th. And that is the end of the session, that beautiful looking McLaren once again. I'll just give that a quick Google for you now. What do the colour numbers mean? I can't find it right now. When I find out, I'll have to pop in the chat. It might be worth asking in the Discord if you're in there. But the session has ended. We are now just waiting for the race to start. The race will last 20 minutes, but that can't be right. Is this a sprint weekend? This might be a sprint weekend. Oh, this is a sprint weekend. This is only quali 1. Sorry about that, guys. I've completely forgot that. That's my bad. So we will be having 2 races today. So we've got a 5-minute qualifying session, and then a 20-minute race, and then a 5-minute qualifying 2, and then another 20-minute race that uses that qualifying session. That's on me for not knowing that. My apologies, and I'm not sure what's going on with the lobby right now. And here we go on the starting grid. Let's get a nice overhead view of the start. We will try to watch Caddy as he is the leader, and we will see if there is much movement on the grid. Unfortunately, again, once I said, it's quite hard to commentate here on Assetto Corsa, but I will try my best. Thank you for anyone that is watching right now and putting up with me. I am trying my best. So, sessions start in 1 minute 20. And unlike Formula 1, we will actually be racing tonight. So just a quick run through the lap then. So obviously at our start-finish straight we have a nice long run up to La Source, almost 180 degree hairpin, and then we've got a run down to Eau Rouge and Radion onto the Camel Straight. After the Camel Straight you go through the chicane of Les Combes onto Bon. Sorry, I am very bad at pronunciation. The right-hander which then leads down to Bruxelles, the long right-hand corner going down the hill. Left-hand corner, also known as no-name corner, but apparently here has the name Copenhagen. Is the left-hander on the run down to Pouon. Everyone knows Pouon, that double left-hander into Les Fans. The right-left chicane onto Rome and Liège, which is the run then onto Blanchimont to the bus stop chicane and back here to the start line. Obviously Spa, synonymous with Formula 1, was on the original Formula 1 and the 24 Hours of Spa. So very, very famous circuit, I'm sure most people know. But 2 seconds to the race start, that actually ended up on quite a nice little thing there. We'll keep an eye for the lights. Oh yeah, it will be a rolling start. That is my bad. I completely forgot about that. But keeping an eye now for the rolling start. You can see Caddy in first, followed by Will Friedman, Daz Parker, Big Balls, Crazies, Darren Mark, James Williams. See a few little tussles for position, even though we are just lining up for the race. And when are we going to get the green lights? Is it gonna be soon? There we go, green light, and we are away. We are racing on the run up to Eau Rouge now. Cadiz keeps in the lead, followed by Will, and I think already the naming has gone all over the place. But Cadiz still in first, followed by Will, Daz Parker, Big Balls, Crazies, Darren Mark, James, Elysium, Hutch, and I can't really see if there's many battles going down. There's 2 cars side by side, King the Hill and Dindermuffin. Side by side, I think they are teammates. Dindermuffin looking to make a move on Hutch ahead. I mean Elysium ahead. And here we go, everything is correcting itself. Now Big Balls on Daz Parker. But looking above, Cadiz seems to have got away very well. Will Freeman still chasing him up behind though. Very, very close going through Bruxelles. But it looks like Cadiz just inches away. Big Balls closing up on what seems to be his teammate Daz Parker here. Is he going to be able to get the run he is in the slipstream? But that McLaren. Oh no, Daz Parker's not his teammate, sorry. Daz Parker is the BMW. Big Balls looks for the long way around, unfortunately not able to do so, and hits the runoff. His teammate Crazy's behind. Actually, there's a lot of blue McLarens. I can't tell the difference. Sorry, guys. Crazy's bringing a lot more speed through Les Fans. Big Balls also. Daz Parker going relatively slow. I'm not sure if it's the BMW issue, but the McLaren seem to be catching them very quickly. Both McLarens are Big Balls and Crazy's on the fight, trying to get Daz Parker. Big Balls still in the middle. There are a few position changes. I think that is Dindum. I'm not sure what's going on. Sorry, guys. But our leaders, Will Freeman and Caddy, have just run off behind. There we go. Flying Welshman providing a nice little description there for us. Thank you for that, EJ. And we'll go on board with Crazy. Seems to have a very good view of this whole situation. And the as Crazy hits the back of Big Balls, hopefully it doesn't cause damage for any of the drivers, and the pit lane is open. Crazy still looking to chase down Big Balls. bright pink race suit. James still behind, and it looks like that's the positions. And oh, who is that? Darren Mark almost hitting the back of Jay Williams there, and I think he gets past actually through into. Oh, I already forgot the corner. La Source. No, Jay Williams is still there behind, or is that Hutch? I really can't tell. Sorry, guys. And up through Eau Rouge and Radion. Crazies and Big Balls go. Hopefully, we do not want to recreate the horrible accidents that have happened here over the years. Very much a controversial corner, well, set of corners now, with safety concerns. We've had, obviously, Antoine Hubert's fatal crash, followed by the Spa 24-hour race crash, actually, with Jack Aitken. And then, a lot more recently, we've had the W Series pile-up and Lando Norris's crash in F1 qualifying. So, really looking at safety, and that's car number 13, P1 Gamer Dad, all the way back there, almost getting lapped by Cadee and Will Freeman, who are having a nice little scrap up front. Not close enough to focus our attention on, but Big Balls still trying to get past Daz Parker. The McLarens just seem to be lacking at certain parts of the track where the BMW seems to excel. But look at that, we've got 4 McLarens in a row. How am I meant to tell the difference? And Darren Mark bringing up the rear. Jay Williams doing well to defend from Hutch, but Crazies and Big Balls still having a nice little battle here. Is Big Balls going to be able to get past Daz Parker? It doesn't look like it. But Crazies bringing it up very close now to Big Balls. Is he going to be able to get him going into Le Fan? He goes very, very close, looking to go to the inside, which moves to the outside, drops back a little bit. I think I've got my corners wrong. No, I haven't. Up through now into Blanchimont. This is where Slipstream's really going to help out Big Balls. And Daz Parker, is he going to be able to get past? Oh, Daz Parker has to brake a little bit heavier for that corner as FRL Crazies used the runoff brake, gains a lot of extra speed on the sister McLaren ahead. And by the looks of it, it's just going to be a nice little procession into the bus stop chicane. Daz Parker breaking a lot of it, and Crazies go for a move around the outside, gets pushed off onto the runoff and gets past Big Balls, but Big Balls going to fight it down to La Source. Big Balls looking to just dip into the slipstream temporarily, goes for the inside move. Crazies has to go the long way around, but unfortunately Big Balls isn't close enough, and Jay Williams and Hutch getting very close behind. On board with Hutch as he's going to have a nice little view up through Eau Rouge and Radion, looking to get past Jay Williams ahead, but Jay Williams is also looking for a move on Big Balls, just touching it, and it goes a little bit, cuts the corner a little bit on the left hand, but he's looking okay, getting in that slipstream from Jay Williams. Is he going to be able to make a move? You can see how close the cars are there, and he moves to the outside. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. These cars are the exact same. Remember, oh, there is contact. Hutch very, very lucky not to lose it there and lose the place to Darren Mark and Elysium. Is he going to be able to fight back with Elysium? Not by the looks of it, and that's more contact. Elysium is off, so is Hutch, but both of them are fine to keep racing as Dindamuffin now gets Elysium and also gets past Hutch. Is this a commentator's curse? And I think Hutch is allowing Elysium back past. Very good sportsmanship there. Very, very... a lot of elbows out here today. But back up with Jay Williams, dropping back from Big Balls and Crazies. Crazies closing down Daz Parker a lot here. And sorry for the leaders, but they're so far ahead that there's nothing really to focus on. The Crazies now trying to close down the gap to Daz Parker. Seems to be able to carry a lot more speed on the entry, but Daz Parker just seems to get the power down on the exit a lot more. Cutting that apex very nicely. Obviously, Crazies our championship leader right now, looking to extend his lead in the championship. Getting very close to Daz Parker. Is this lap he makes a move? Is he going to be able to potentially make a move into the bus stop chicane? And above we go through Blanchimont. Getting very dark now, very late into the evening here at Spa. And by the looks of it, I don't think he's going to be able to make a move unless he pulls something off here in the kink in Blanchimont. Does close up the gap a little bit, but Daz Parker seems to get on the power, and I don't think he's close enough to make a move. It looks like he's going to line up a move on the inside. Nope, moves back in line to proceed through the bus stop chicane. Gets a much better exit through the first part. Oh! And closes up the gap nicely. Is he going to be able to make a move into La Source? Das Parker seems to get on the power a bit better. Maybe it's just the BMW compared to the McLaren. Lines up move for the outside, fakes. And no, he's just not close enough to go for the move. Maybe up through Eau Rouge. It's a risky move, but it can be done for sure. If he gets the run onto the Camel Straight, then he could make a move into Les Combes. Sticking on board with him now, just losing it, just trying to keep that traction on through Eau Rouge. Das Parker goes a little bit wide. He doesn't seem to be closing up by a big amount. Oh, but on the above camera he doesn't. He pulls out. He goes for a move on the inside and can't. He's just not quite close enough. So that's not going to be a move there. But he is very, very close. Surely there's going to be a move soon. Down now, through to Les Bruxelles. On up above, you can see just how close they are, but there's not really a spot where Crazies can overtake here. Unless he gets a good run down through Pouon. No, he's going to fall back in line. And that wasn't Pouon, sorry, that's my bad. Getting my corner names wrong today. So, here we go, Crazy. Still chasing down Das Parker for the last podium position of race 1. We're almost halfway through. With 11 minutes to go. Is Crazy going to be able to catch Das Parker for podium position? He closes up significantly through Les Fans, but he just can't really keep it. Really, your exit of Liège is where you really want to try and get the power down, because then you've got all of Blanchimont to keep that power on. But he closes up now. Through Liège they go, and you can see he's closing up. But does the McLaren have the top end? He's sat there in the slipstream. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make a move as we're heading towards the kink now. He just has to back off a little bit from Das Parker. Is he going to be able to make a move into the bus stop chicane? He's close enough to do so. It looks like he's lining up a move on the inside. No, he moves to the outside, which is going to turn to the inside next, but he's not alongside, as Big Balls is closing up now, and we're halfway through the race. We'll go on board with Big Balls. Big Balls seemingly coming from nowhere again, closing back up. This battle's really costing Crazies a lot of time. We can see now just how close they are going up through Eau Rouge. And Big Balls is going to have the best view if there's any moves going on board, and we can see the temperatures of the tyres on this beautiful McLaren. Seems to be okay, as we see dropping a gear, pulling out 4th gear as much as you can. And who was that? That was Crazies. Crazies just cutting it a little bit there. I'm not sure if that actually incurs a penalty. It might be safe there, but bit Crazies and Das Parker very, very close. Oh! There's Crazies going for a move on the outside. No, the inside that turned to the outside, sorry. Almost missed that one. And no, they are still just going down. If there are any issues with audio, please let me know. But Crazies and Das Parker having an amazing battle here. Caddy still ahead up front, pulling a little bit clear of Will now. Oh, close up between Crazies and Das Parker. Das Parker turning into him as Crazies gets past. I think a loss of traction for Daz there, and that has allowed Crazies to get past. On the back wing of Crazy, is Das Parker going to be able to catch up, or is Crazies now free to go do whatever he wants, and Big Balls to attack Das Parker? Nice little three-way battle here. Crazy's getting out a championship leader, now in a podium position. I don't think he's going to be able to catch Will or Caddy unless something goes majorly wrong. But yeah, he seems to be just pulling away from Das Parker now. But Daz does get a little bit closer through the braking zone. Through Pouon. No, that's not Pouon, that's Rome, sorry. Oh no, that was Liège, sorry. Once again, my corner names aren't the best here, and yeah, he just seems to pull away from Das Parker. I think the acceleration on the McLaren is just too good for the BMW. Or maybe it's the top end. But he seems to be pulling away from Daz pretty well now through the kink in Blanchimont and onto the bus stop chicane, and I think that battle is done and dusted there. We will go on the ahead cam so that when I look for more drives with close gaps, Elysium and Dinder Muffin and Limaro behind. Not quite close enough to make a move, but on the off chance they are. It's 287. 237. Daz Parker and Crazy still super close. But look at this. Elysium on Dinder Muffin. Is he going to be able to do it anytime soon? The battle for 10th place. Well, 9th place, sorry. 9th and 10th place. But he also wants to watch out for, I think, his teammate behind in Limaro. Apologies if I'm butchering any names. I probably am. It would be great if I actually got the driver grid up. My apologies for the lack in commentary, just trying to find some stuff in the Discord. Yes, Limaro and Elysium are teammates as Elysium gets past Dinder Muffin on the camel straight. But is Dinder Muffin going to make a move into Lake Home? They are close enough. Has Dinder Muffin got the balls for the move? No, Elysium just pulls ahead too much. And now it's up to his teammate, Limaro, to try and squeeze past Dinder Muffin himself. But that was a very nice move on the camel straight. And back to looking for battles. Daz Parker falling back a little bit from Crazy's bad luck. No, maybe not. Big Ball still about 2 seconds behind, and Cadino starting to pull away from Will Friedman. Car 787. Elysium. Very close to a hutch. No, Dinder Muffin got... No, that's not right, sorry. I'm confused about what's going on. Sorry about this, guys. The timings are all a bit weird. Dinder Muffin. Dinder Muffin is ahead of Elysium again. Sorry, I've been missing so much. This is my bad. 888.95. Limaro has dropped behind King of the Hill somehow. I'm going to assume that was a mistake on his part. Wildog's still a little bit further back. Daz Parker and Crazy still madly close right now. Oh, as Daz Parker comes into the pits. I'm not sure if there's a mandatory pit stop this race, but Daz Parker is in the pits and he's going to drop from 4th at least down to 8th. But everyone seems to have spread out now. Caddy almost 6 seconds in front of Will Friedman. Not really seeming to be any battles on track right now. Actually, no, Elysium and Dinder Muffin going at it once again. The Aston Martin looking a little bit worse for wear. I'm sure there'll be a move sometime soon though. Can't really see the concentration on Elysium's face, as you know, it's a video game. We don't get to see facial expressions. Maybe that's an idea for the future. Driver cam. Make every driver need to have a face cam linked up and we can display it on stream. That'll be interesting. Anyways, up through the camel straight now. Elysium just falling a little bit shy of Dinder Muffin again. So back to what is called the garage on ACC, and Daz Parker in the pits. Has he retired? No, he hasn't. He's just pitting, I think. Not sure what's going on. Camera having a little bit of a moment. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but 787 on car 87. That's Elysium and Dinder Muffin still. Everyone seems to have spread out now, but 888, King of the Hill, is slowly closing that gap. Go on board with Elysium. In the helmet camera, our own personal driver's eye. And I can actually cycle through the little menu myself if I want to. Not that I think it actually displays any information. But it's still nice to know. Elysium on Dinder Muffin. Still not quite close enough to make a move. But you can see we are late into the night now. 11 PM local time. And it's getting dark. The driver's going to be getting a little bit tired. Although this is a sprint race, 20 minutes can feel like forever. Even though we've only got 2 minutes left. We're 18 minutes in already. So Elysium on Dinder Muffin still. Let's see if there's any other drivers that are very close. Doesn't look like it. 4 on car 343. Who are they? Evans above on Maged. Pulling away Maged is. And once again, Elysium on Dinder Muffin. Closing up in the bus stop chicane. Elysium, is he going to get a good exit? No, a bit of oversteer. And that's going to allow Dinder Muffin to get away a much better exit on the run up to La Source. All French corner names. Car number 22. Closing up on car number 421. That is Hutch on Darren Mark. As we use our driver's eye, looking to make a move down the Camel Straight. Much better exit from Hutch than Darren Mark. You can see he's closing up that gap very nicely into Lake Home. Up through Lake Home and through Bourne. This right-hander can be quite tricky. You really don't want to run too wide because there is a gravel trap right there. We are on board with Hutch. We're now down to Le Bruxelles. Very difficult corner, as I've said, a lot of understeer. But Hutch navigating it very nicely. And on board with Hutch as they go through Pouon. A little bit of a break. And then as flat as you can go. That's not Pouon, sorry. I keep saying Pouon too early. Pouon, what an interesting name for a corner. I wonder what it means in French. If it means anything at all. You can see now Hutch really closing up that gap to Darren Mark. He's going to want to try and get this move done soon because there's only 20 seconds. This will be their last lap of the race. Is Hutch going to be able to get past Darren Mark on the last lap? Very, very close now. Down through into Rome. This right-hander being Rome. Getting very close. He goes for a move on the outside. Can't quite make it through Liège. On to Blanchimont for the final time. As Darren Mark goes a little bit wide. Hutch is going to have the little bit extra of acceleration. Looking for a move. He is going to have to brake for this little kink though. Just a little bit of a lift. No braking. Darren Mark brakes. There is contact. And that is Hutch very much off into the gravel. But he keeps his momentum. And by the looks of it, that is Darren Mark keeping 6th place. Unless Hutch can get a brilliant exit out of the bus stop chicane. Gets very close. And unfortunately can't make it past. Very elbows out defending from Darren Mark. So our finishing order is Cadie in 1st. Followed by Will Freeman, Crazies, Big Balls, James Williams in 5th. Darren Mark in 6th. Hutch in 7th. Dinder Muffin coming up to the line in 8th place. With Elysium behind in 9th. King of the Hill following them in 10th place. Lemaro in 11th. Wild Dog in 12th. And Evans above in 13th. Just coming through Blanchimont right now. Very interesting race one. As we see our championship leader take a podium position after fighting up from 5th, having a very good battle with Daz Parker, who unfortunately I think retired his car. I'm not sure quite why. Maybe that's something to check the Discord for. But a very good first race. Cadie admitting he had to slow down to finish the race. He barely had fuel for turn 1. I completely forgot that fuel plays a part in this. Very, very good racing there. Darren and Hutch having a nice little chat about good racing. But very well done from all the drivers, to be fair. There weren't really any incidents I can think of. So very well done to everyone, and very well done to Cadee for getting the first win. Our first podium sitters of race 1, Cadee, Will Friedman and FRL Crazies. Our main championship rivals, I'm pretty sure. Just going to check the standings. No, actually. FRL Crazies have been insanely with 288, but Will Friedman down in 4th with 184 points. Hutch is behind him. And by the looks of it, Cadee having the race of his life. He's currently sat in... Currently sat in 12th in the championship. So he's had the race of his life. I'm not sure if he's lost a lot of races due to like other personal commitments, but that's going to bump him up in the standings quite nicely. James doing well, so is Big Balls. Their battle looking to continue. Big Balls pushing his lead on James further ahead from race 1. And yeah, by the looks of it, quite a few reserves this race. But once again, that was a brilliant race 1. There we go. We are just now waiting for qualifying 2 to start. And this is the moment I realised I should have got a drink. So, I apologise. I will return. I'm going to go grab a drink in my little bit of off time. I'll be back. Okay, and we are back. Sorry about that, let me sort my thing out. I'll grab myself a nice cold pint of Guinness. And hopefully qualifying 2 can get underway soon. In the meantime, Guinness, if you're watching and you'd like to sponsor me, or at least the channel, chuck us a message. But I'm not sure what's going on with the server right now. Should be moving on to Quali 2 now, soon, hopefully. If set, of course, would like to work. Once again, sorry about this, guys. Also, if there's any audio, any audio issues, please let me know. If my voice is too low volume-wise, or if the game sounds too high, be great to know. Meanwhile, I will just chill out and have a drink while we wait. Just checking the Discord, seeing what's going on. By the sounds of it, the server might be stuck. Sorry for the lack of commentary, I just don't really know what to say. Let's get some, but oh, here we are. Qualifying 2. And by the looks of it, it's the next day. Here we go, confirm. For some reason, there we go. Crazy's out first on his quali lap this time. We will follow him through. In the bright blue and pink McLaren. I think we will be racing about the same times again. So, gonna shut the out. You can see everyone coming out for an outlap. Now they want to try and get as many laps in as possible. Hopefully we see a bit more competition here in qualifying. With only 5 minutes, you've got to chuck those laps in, especially with Spa being such a long circuit. Sorry guys, just having a bit of a off moment while everyone goes around their outlaps. It's not really much to commentate on. Here we go. Sorry about that. Here we go. Back to the actual qualifying. And no one is in the pit lane. No one at all. So Crazies will be the first one to settle out. If I return to the garage, this will allow me to swap between the drivers a bit easier. Let's see, I can swap. So car number 34, FRL Crazies, coming through Blanchimont to start his first fast lap of qualifying 2. Can't be a good pint of Guinness. Well, I mean you can, but not many things can. As we now come down to the bus stop chicane, Craziest navigating it. He's going to want to try and get a good run to start his qualifying lap, and he does. He doesn't lose it at all. And on with the helicopter. On the run down now to La Source, turn 1, heavy braking zone, hairpin. Going down into second, trying to clip in that apex very nicely and on the power, on the run up to a Rouge. You can see the suspension travel on that Mclaren as he goes over the curbs. The curbs a lot steeper than you would think. And up onto the lead up to a Rouge. Through a Rouge. Up through Radion and onto the Camel Straight. Crazies goes. Looking very, very confident there in his McLaren. You see the stripped out interior, the bright pink racing gloves, and I think the review camera is a little bit glitched there. Review camera, review. Oh, massive understeer for Crazy there. Potentially the commentator's curse coming into effect, but that will mean his lap is invalid. Up next is driver 141, 181. I can't actually quite. I think that's 41. Yes, James, Mr. Bossman. On his flying lap. Is this going to be the commentator's curse of Gamer Dad right behind that bright yellow and pink BMW? Is he going to go for an overtake on his qualifying lap? Doesn't want to distract James too much, but if James is holding him up, he has no choice. Looks like James is slowing down P1 Gamer Dad, but he's in his rights to do so. He's on his fast lap. He has no need to slow down. Where will Jay Williams is obviously going to get the fastest lap. He's going to be the first person to sell lap, so he'll be the fastest. But Where will he end up at the end of this qualifying session? He's a very good midfield driver, he seems to be. Midfield, like, top of the midfield. But, hopefully, he gets some nice action in the race. Oh, it's P1 getting out and he backs out of that very nicely to avoid a contact, to avoid a collision. And now, on the run through Blanchamont. Now we'll really see what's better, the BMW or the McLaren. P1 Gamer Dad actually going for a move. It's not the race mates. They're quite that. Back off for this one and maybe go again. Oh wait, I've just realised actually it's going to be the end of qualifying soon. This is the last lap. Drivers will only be able to set 1, maybe 2 laps if they're lucky, as Jay Williams comes now down to the bus stop chicane. Braking down to 4th, down to 3rd, down to 2nd, wants to try and get as close to the Harry as possible. A little bit of understeer. I think that was a bit of contact as well. And onto the run, and this will be the only laps that the drivers get. And what are we going to get? James in 2nd, P1 Gamer Dad first. No, Big Balls first, followed by Gamer Dad. James Williams down in 3rd right now as everyone pulls over the side, let everyone past. Whoa, there's a lot of changes. Caddy takes temporary pole position. Daz Park second. Will Freeman second. Daz Park 3rd place. James dropping down to 6th. Big Balls in 4th. Who is up next? Car number 46. Mean Man Moody in the beautiful red and white McLaren, Aston Martin, sorry. And he sets an invalid lap, so doesn't set a time. Same with Wild Dog. King of the Hill goes 7th. And what about car number 88? Who is car number... Dinder Muffin had a great race last race. Nice few battles. He comes across the line and it goes 8th. Just underneath King of the Hill. And number 4, Evans above, the last driver to set a lap. And where is he going to put himself for race 2? Nice little run out of the bus stop chicane. And unfortunately that's an invalid lap. And that is qualifying complete. Your starting grid for race 2. Oh no, Crazies is on another lap. Okay, your temporary starting grid for race 2 is Caddy, followed by Will Friedman, Daz Parker in 3rd, Big Balls, P1 Gamer Dad, James Williams, King of the Hill, Dinder Muffin, Evans above, and Elysium bring up the top 10. Limaro, FRL, Crazies, who's currently on a lap, Hutch, Darren Mark, Wild Dog, and Mean Man Moody bring up the rear. Is Crazies going to be able to set a valid lap, or is he going to stay there in 12th? We know he's a very good driver. He's currently in the lead of the championship, so he might be able to fight his way back up. Potentially not to a podium like last race, but might be able to do well. Judging by the way race 1 went, race 2 is looking very good right now. Crazies through Blanchamont. That nice little kink, using all of the curve on the exit, and up through the bus stop chicane. Cutting in the apex on turn 1, cutting the apex on turn 2. He wants to watch for the exit, getting the power down nicely. And across the line, and FRL Crazies up into 3rd place. Very, very well done from Crazies there. And that's almost guaranteeing him a podium, potentially a win for race 2. So our official starting grid for race 2. Caddy, followed by Will Friedman and Crazies in the podium positions from the start. And the rest of the top 10 is Daz Parker, Big Balls, P1 Game Dad, Jay Williams, King of the Hill, Dinder Muffin, a driver that's been blacked out. And then to bring up the rear of the pack, Evans above, Elysium, Lamaro, Hutch, someone else, Darren Mark, Wild Dog, Maggard, twice somehow, and Mean Man Moody. And you can hear some random commentary nonsense in the background, but it is where it is. And now just waiting for race 2. Sorry for the complete lack of commentary here. I'm just checking socials. Probably shouldn't be doing it, but it is where it is. There we go. Come on. Come on, let's get this race on the road. So, just waiting for the session to start. Oh, is this us? I think this might be us. Alright. On board with crazies. I don't really want to be on crazies right now, but I guess we will be, because it's not letting me switch. So hopefully this goes well. Gotta remember that it is a rolling start. Oh, I've been using old corner names. Oh no. That's my fault. Sorry guys. That is my fault. Turns out I've been using names from I've been using the village names. That's my bad. Sorry about that, guys. Now I have got the proper names of the corners. So to run you through a lap, you turn 1 La Source up to Eau Rouge and Radion, through the Camel straight down to Lacombe. After Lacombe, the right-hander is Malmedy. Rivage is the long right-hander. Left-hander is still No Name Corner, through to Pouon, the double left-hander. La Fan, the little chicane after that, and Stavelot is the double right-hander, onto Blanchimont, through up to the bus stop chicane, and to finish the lap. That's a very quick rundown because we are just about to start the starting procedure of the race, the rolling start. Hopefully everyone can get away cleanly, as we did in race 1. And the rolling start procedure has begun. Good luck to all that are driving, and thank you for all that are sticking around and watching right now. I promise you that FRL has better comms than me. Especially if you watch their Formula 1 stuff. The commentary over there is incredible. But I just throw myself in here. I'm like, oi James, I'm taking over your ACC side. As Daz Parker gets past Crazy's right off the off. Is Crazy's going to be able to fight it back, or is this the position? Oh, side by side through Eau Rouge. Go. Crazy Daz Parker, Jamie Daggett, and Big Balls, and there is quite a split. I'm not going to be able to watch this. There's a lot of position changes. Once again, ACC really not good with the stuff. We'll have a look through the trees and almost going 3 wide through to Lacombe. But I think that is Jay Williams. Gamerdag going very slowly. Gets overtaken on both sides. And there is someone going very, very off. Cutting the corner. Gamerdag makes a move back on. I think that's Big Balls. Can't tell what's going on. That's the issue with these sprint races. But we'll on board with Caddy and Will Friedman. These were the two leaders of the last race. Will Friedman very close to Caddy, but as we saw last race, Caddy could just pull away. Crazy's behind, dropping back a little bit, potentially not very good at this circuit. And, I will return to the garage to see Big Balls and Game Dad very close together. I need to switch cameras. But behind! There seems to be a very good battle going on behind with Jay Williams and King of the Hill. Or is that Hutch? I can't tell what's going on, I'm sorry. Dinder Muffin and Jay Williams having a nice little battle there. No, that's not Jay Williams, that's Hutch. Dinder Muffin and Hutch having yet again another great battle. We'll have to see how it ends. Porsche versus McLaren, Germany versus Britain in the Ardennes Forest. This is really just World War III, except this time on a racetrack, which arguably is a hell of a lot nicer. But all of the drivers coming through Blanchimont now. Nice little bit of a left, no braking for Dindermuffin, just a left, coasting through Blanchimont and onto the bus stop chicane. As Hutch closing up to Jay Williams ahead, I will actually go on board with Hutch. Hutch very close to Jay Williams, both in the McLaren. Is there going to be a move? It doesn't look like it, he's just sitting behind. Is there going to be anything up Eau Rouge or Radion? Are we going to see contact? As Big Ball's closing on P1 Gamer Dad as well. It's hard to commentate on a lot of people at once. They could really do with something like F1. We can just switch between the drivers seamlessly. But we're stuck with what we have, and I'm trying to make the best out of this situation as Hutch and Jay Williams go up Eau Rouge. Trust me, it's a lot harder when you're actually playing the game than it looks. And by the looks of it, they're pretty equal on the Camel Straight. But what's going on up ahead with Big Balls and Gamer Dad? Is it going to be a move into Lake Home? It doesn't look like. What about Hutch and James? I don't think so, unfortunately. Will Freeman and Cadiz still close together, but Will Freeman is dropping behind a little bit. Big Balls and Gamer Dad very, very close now. But then again, so are Williams and Hutch. So it's very hard to decide on who to watch. Can't watch them all. I apologise for the very bad commentary. Once again, Big Boss chasing down Gamer Dad, Hutch chasing down Jay Williams. I think I'm going to hop back on board with Hutch. The Battle of McLaren. Which McLaren will come out on top? Which McLaren team will do better? Interstellar Racing or Not Fast Just Furious? It's a little McLaren battle. But Hutch still just can't quite close in on James there. You can see inches closer and he just has to back off again and again. And on the helmet cam, drivers you can see it's just not happening. Very nice display in the McLaren, I must say. Very good looking car. I've never driven it, but very nice. We are approaching quarter of the way through the race now. Oh, by the looks of it, a lot of understeer for Hutch there. Jay Williams getting away quite nicely, but going into the bus stop chicane. Hutch has closed in. Oh, revving that engine. That gearbox, not going to like that, but closed up to Jay Williams a lot. Is he going to get a better exit? No. He cuts it a bit too close to the corner, and that's going to allow Jay Williams to get a much better exit up above. Up in front, sorry. And what about Big Balls, Gamer Dad, and now Daz Parker going up to Eau Rouge. You've got Big Balls flashing us. Flashing Big Balls. That's a nice little phrase for you. As they come up through Eau Rouge. And I would love to do a crafty and go, here comes Sebastian Vettel, but I don't have a good commentary voice. And they're not quite close enough to do that, not side by side. But by the looks of it, Big Balls is closing down on Gamerdag, who's also closing down on Daz Parker. Is there potentially a bit of pressure going on from Big Balls on Gamerdad to pressure Daz Parker so that he can almost get two positions at once? But we'll keep an eye on the battle, as I think Hutch and Jay Williams have fallen away from each other a little bit there. 9/10 separate the two. You see the two McLarens still coming down the hill there as we make our way to Pouan. And Big Balls mounting the curve very nicely there. Oh, very close to that gravel trap on the runoff. And oh, I say it, and he goes into the gravel. Is that gravel? It looks like gravel. I don't think it is gravel, but that's Big Balls falling back now as Hutch and Jay Williams fighting it. No, Hutch has made it past Jay Williams and I missed it. Sorry lads, that is on me. But Darren Mark, Elysium and Dindermuffin having a nice little battle up here. See the three of them going around. Darren Mark in the BMW. It's the Battle of Germany versus Britain. Britain is outnumbered, but the Germans One of the gyms is behind, even though Darren Mark is a Welshman like myself. Darren Mark looking to get a good run through Blanchimont. Looking at the rear wing. Nope. I think he's still side by side with Elysium. He is ahead, but is Elysium going to be able to make a move through the kinky part? Kinky, haha. Very funny, Jack. And Elysium stays with him even after wanting ride. And he's going to go for a move into the bus stop. No, he's not. They do get very close. Or is Elysium going to get a good enough exit to get past Darren Mark? It doesn't look like Elysium runs a little bit wide, and that's Darren Mark ahead. I repeat, Darren Mark in front of Elysium. Any other close battles? J. Williams, Hutch, Big Balls all still very close together. That's car number 46 pulled over on the side. Mean Man Moody in the pit lane. Potentially for damage. But J. Williams having a nice bit of a detour there. Must admit. Into our little driver's eye view. J. Williams down the Camel Straight. Into Lake Home. The weather looking particularly fine right now. Coming up to the halfway mark in the race. 10:33 PM local time. As you can see, J. Williams just cruising his way around. 8th place is not a bad position. Oh, and that is Big Balls, and there's a green flag. Did someone come off? Yes, that is a yellow flag for car 727. Car 787 Elysium. What happened there? He's dropped. No. Whoa. Dinder Muffin and Darren Mark trading positions. Darren Mark looking to come back on Dinder Muffin when and where possible. Very bright lights coming from that BMW. This Mean Man Moody has officially been lapped. But look how close these two drivers are. Ooh, Darren Mark pulling out 4th gear really as much as you should there. I'd argue that you want to shift to the 5th and then shift back down to 4th in the braking zone. But, oh, looked like a little snap of oversteer there. But Darren Mark did well to keep it. Us Welshman, we're good with our hands. And still chasing down Dinder Muffin. A little bit of a lift there through Rivage. And now on the run through Blanchimont. And 8-second countdown to the halfway point of this race. Driver's eye for Darren Mark. You can see that left window's had a bit of a scrape. I'm not sure who he's had contact with, but it can't be very nice. On the way down now to the bus stop chicane. A little bit flicky on the movements, a little bit of oversteer. And to be honest, quite a nice exit. He's closed up the Dinder Muffin quite nicely there. So there's about 3/10 separating them. Oh, and getting very close to Total sponsors there at no. La Source. That's the one I'm thinking of. But by the looks of it, I don't think Darren Mark's going to be able to make a move. Potentially up the Camel Strip as Elysium comes into the pit lane. Not sure why. Potentially for new tyres. Maybe he's got damage. But Darren Mark looking to chase down Dinder Muffin on the Camel Straight. He's going to try and slip into the slipstream. But I don't think he's going to be able to make a move. Unfortunately, he's not. But he has got quite a bit closer now. Coming down through Rivage. No, that's not. I'm sorry, I'm getting all of these corner names wrong. No Name Corner right there. And now on the run down to Pouon. Darren Mark closing up that gap quite nicely. I wonder if he's going to be able to make a move. We are over halfway into the race now. So, it's going to be close to see how it goes. He has a much better exit of Pouon. Now on to Lefan. Oh, goes for the outside, which is going to turn to the inside. Oh, very close together. Don't make contact, lads. Unfortunately, doesn't get it done. Dindermuffin sticks it on the outside, on the inside, which turns to the outside, and keeps his position. Very clean battling from these two. Very well done, lads. And onto the HUD camera of Darren Mark's BMW, chasing down the Porsche. The Battle of Germany, the Battle of Berlin. Let's see what Darren Mark can do. I'm on the wrong camera. That HUD's shaking a little bit. He's gonna go for a move on the inside of Blanchimont. Is he gonna be able to make it stick? Oh, using that inside line. It's gonna put him on the outside, which turns to the inside for the bus stop. They get very close. He's gonna look for a move on the outside. He brakes later, going for a Danny Rick style move, but he brakes too hard. He broke later than Dindermuffin, but with too much force. But is that gonna get him a better run out of the bus stop? It seemingly doesn't. They seem to be quite matched on pace. The slipstream may be having a little bit. Is he going to be able to make a move into the source? He pulls out to the outside. He's going to go the long way round, or is he going to cut back? No. Oh, he does go for the cut. No, he doesn't. He just gets a much better run and moves past Dindermuffin. You can see how close they are there. This isn't the best camera. And on the run up to a Rouge, they're going to go too wide and through a Rouge. No. Dindermuffin backs out. And that is Darren Mark ahead on the run into a Rouge. But is Dindermuffin going to be able to make a comeback into Lake Home? Don't know why I said it so weirdly. But yeah. Dindermuffin on Darren Mark. Closes up, but Darren Mark's going to be able to get the power on. And I think that's that battle a bit done there. Hutch on big balls now. Jay Williams down in 8th, Crazies in 3rd. It looks like we're going to have the same podium for both races. As Hutch chasing down his rival McLaren. He wants to try and chase down big balls as much as he can, put the pressure on, almost force him into a mistake, not contact wise, but play with his head a little bit, just get those mind games in. But so far, so good with our racing. Very clean, very nice racing. So let's see how this finishes up. Is Hutch going to be able to mop up and take on big balls for 6th place? Or is this battle one that's already been decided? Up on the helicopter we go. King of the Hill on Wild Dog. Not giving these guys much camera time, unfortunately. But we will give them a little bit. King of the Hill in such a beautiful livery. As a Wild Dog just a little bit too far on the inside, catching the grass. That's not going to do any good for his lap time. And King of the Hill looking to almost get past. As they now head down through Stavelo, sorry, and on to snap oversteer for King of the Hill in the Porsche, and that's going to allow Wild Dog to get a bit of a better run in the Mercedes. So King of the Hill is going to be looking to make up a lot of time in that bus stop chicane. Wild Dog, no, losing space, but Moody's going to have to let them past at some point with the blue flags. And car number 787 has a drive-through penalty. Oh, and that was very close between King of the Hill and Wild Dog. Wild Dog just coming off ahead, compromising King of the Hill's exit, as Moody needs to let them pass because of the blue flag, I think. King of the Hill, yep, there's the blue flags. I'm not sure what Moody's doing. Pulling a Mazepin out here and ignoring the blue flags. But that's going to allow Wild Dog to get away. Moody, mate, you need to obey the blue flags. There you go, and that's him dropping back now before a Rouge. But, let's see, are there any other battles? And Elysium was the car that got a drive-through penalty. P1 Gamer Dad and Daz Parker. That gap's closing up a little bit now, 7 tenths between them. Will there be any interesting news with this battle? But it looks like our podium's pretty much already decided. We're more than 3/4 through the race. We've only really got 2 laps left. And you can see P1 Gamer Dad still trying to chase down Daz Parker as much as he can. There it is. I'm not sure I like the exterior cameras. I kind of like the realistic feel of commentary when you don't have the floating cameras. Daz Parker has to brake, which allows Gamer Dad to catch up considerably through Blanchimont. And into the bus stop chicane. Spell of who breaks best here. P1 Gamer Dad closing up to Daz Parker a lot, both of them in the BMW. So equal machinery, but Gamer Dad takes that a lot better, but I think Daz Parker just got the better exit out of there. Realistically, you want exit speed out of the bus stop. You don't want to have the entry speed, as P1 Gamer Dad and Daz Parker fighting it out through turn 1 La Source. By the looks of it, I think Daz Parker's got ahead for now. We'll go on board with P1 Gamer Dad as he goes through a rouge. Our driver's eye up through a rouge. You can see how bumpy those curbs really are. Bit of a lift. And I think Daz Parker has got it for another lap. So we will return and we will try and find another battle. Hutch on Big Balls. They're very, very close up on the Camel Straight. Up in our helicopter camera. Apologies for the lack of quality here on comms. I kind of not very prepared for this. I come home from work and I'm just like, let's get it done. But by the look of it, Big Ball's making a minor mistake there, but that's allowed Hutch to catch up, and down through Rivage we go. Go on to the onboard, getting very close. Hutch doing well to avoid an incident there. Are we going to see a battle? This will be the last lap of the Grand Prix of the race, sorry. Unless the leaders go for one more. I'm not sure if they can in 50 seconds. They might be able to just about squeeze one more lap out. But it would be a checkered flag for everyone behind them. And car number 787 has its drive-through cleared. Hutch on Big Balls. Brakes a lot later than Big Balls by the looks of it. Carries a lot more speed. And is he going to get the exit speed? It doesn't look... They seem very equal. Seem very, very matched. See both McLarens, one after the other. 6 seconds left, and I think, yes, the leaders have one more lap to go. Wait, are the leaders in a battle? Shoot, the leaders are battling. Will has got a lot closer to Cadee than originally thought, as Hutch and Big Balls are still battling it out. And the leaders are on the final lap, and it should be checkered flag conditions as far as I'm aware. I don't think Hutch is getting past Big Balls anytime soon, unfortunately. But now we are heading onto the final lap. This will be the final lap of the Grand Prix. Will Friedman and Cadee still battling out. P1 Gamer Dad and Daz Parker also still battling it out. I'm a bit further behind Hutch and Big Balls. However, I think the gap has opened up a bit on that battle. Up through Eau Rouge and Radion. Onto the Camel Straight, and oh, I think P1 Gamer Dad's got it here onto the driver's eye. Slips into that slipstream. Daz Parker is going to go for the inside line through Lake Home. On the very last lap of the race. P1 Gamer Dad overtakes Daz Parker. He's going to be able to keep it into Lake Home. Daz Parker has the inside, which turns to the outside. P1 Gamer Dad cuts the corner, and unfortunately Daz Parker gets the position back. But is P1 Gamer Dad going to be able to fight back? Going down to Rivage. Daz Parker has the outside. P1 Gamer Dad has the inside. Don't tap wheels here. That's very good. Very, very good. Onto No Name Corner. Very matched. Nice, clean battling here. as I interrupt this to go and also look at Will Friedman and Cadee. Very close. Trying to keep it on these two. Daz Parker is going to be able to make a move. I'm not sure who to follow. These two are closer, but it's a battle for the lead, and I think Cadee is still ahead, actually. It's only really Blanchimont to go for Cadee and Will Friedman. If Will has this, he pretty much has the win. And by the looks of it, it's done. Looks like Cadee has the win here. And hopping back on board, P1 Gamer Dad and Daz Parker. Daz Parker still ahead. And Will, unfortunately, will have to finish P2 as Cadee comes across the line for the second win in a row tonight. Cadee and Will Friedman 1-2 in both races. Crazies look set for an almost undeniable P3, and our podium is identical for both races tonight. As P1 Gamer Dad getting very close, and through the final stages, P1 Gamer Dad gets ahead as the outside line which changes to the inside line on the final lap, the final corner. P1 Gamer Dad and Daz Parker still fighting out who gets the better exit. Daz Parker, unfortunately, P1 Gamer Dad does not get the move done, but fought right through to the end. Daz Parker and P1 Gamer Dad, Big Balls and Hutch couldn't quite catch him. Jay Williams, and that's pretty much it set. Our podium identical to race 1, Cadee, Will Friedman and Crazies in P3. Bringing up the top 10 we have Daz Parker, P1 Gamer Dad, Big Balls, Hutch, James Williams, Darren Mark and Dinder Muffin. And bringing up the rest of the pack we have Lamaro, Wild Dog, Evans Above, King of the Hill and Elysium and Mean Man Moody. So very well done for everyone that even tried to race tonight. There were some amazing battles. P1 Gamer Dad and Daz Parker, what a finish. What a finish. Oh. What a race. What a weekend of racing, even though for us it's not a weekend. Oh. What a battle right at the end. P1 Game Dad and Daz Parker, hats off to you two. What a battle. Will Friedman, Cadee, congratulations for winning both races. Will Friedman and FRL Crazy, hats off to you as well. Such an amazing race, and we'll allow the last cars to finish up their laps. But what an amazing race. Identical podiums for both races. And we couldn't have asked for some better racing. I couldn't see any any dirty moves, sorry. What an absolute amazing race. Brilliant racing. Thank you for anyone that came along. Thank you for anyone that will watch this in the future. I have been Jack DNF, and hopefully I will catch you next week. Absolutely amazing racing. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Take it easy, fellas.